Hello everyone, I'm Alyssa. Welcome to A Bookish Thespian. This is my first YouTube channel and I am very excited to share things with you. I figured what would make a better first video than the Booktube Newbie Tag, so without further ado, let's go. Question number 1, why did you start this channel? I think I've always kind of wanted a YouTube channel, a place to share my thoughts and find other people who think similarly or completely differently, and I always thought that this might be a nice way to do it. And I'm starting a new chapter in my life right now. I'll be starting college soon. In just a few weeks I'll be moving to a new apartment, and I figured what better time to start something new. And also the moving thing explains this lovely view behind me. I can't film in my room right now because it's a total mess from packing, and hopefully my new apartment will have a better view than this, but hopefully this will be something for me. We'll see what comes of it. Maybe it's a good choice, maybe it's not, but only time will tell. Question number 2, what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to Booktube? I don't know. I honestly don't think I can bring anything fun or unique or new. I just have myself to offer and my opinions and the books I read. Maybe some of those will be fun and new, things you've never heard of before. Maybe my opinions will be fresh, maybe a different perspective. Who knows? But hopefully I myself am something fun and new and exciting enough to keep you interested. 3, what are you most excited for in this new channel? Hopefully I can make some friends, because a lot of my friends, they like reading, but not necessarily the same things, and it's not like we really discuss what we read. And hopefully in this channel I can spew some nonsense about books I like and maybe make some friends out of it. And I just think that's really cool and exciting, and I'm really excited to have a space to share my opinions. 4, why do you love reading? Well, okay, so when I was little, I didn't go to preschool, so it took me a long time to catch up with the other kids. It's like a joke in our family that I read so much because I'm trying to like catch up and make up for lost time. And I love the world it provides. I love how words can change your opinions, can change your mindset, can open you up to new possibilities. It can make impossible things seem possible, and I think that's really amazing. I love art in all its forms, especially art that involves words, and I think books are their own kind of magic. 5, what book or series got you into reading? Okay, so the first one is, way back in first grade, what really motivated me to learn how to read and like work towards it more was all these kids were reading these serendipity books, and they were all these books with these really pretty pictures, and they were about like little animals and mythical creatures, and they all had morals attached that you didn't necessarily realize when you were little, but looking back you were like, wow, that's really forced. All I remember is The Weedle on the Needle, and I know nothing about it. I don't remember anything, but I remember I really enjoyed it. The second series that really got me into reading were the Alice books. I can't remember the author, but I'll look that up for sure. They were about this girl growing up in like middle school and high school, and she didn't have a mother, and it was just her, her father, and her older brother, and it was just her struggles and her growing up and her relationships with people, and I thought it was beautiful. And I read every single one that our school library had, and I asked the librarian for more, and she said I would have to wait for middle school because I wasn't mature enough for any more. So I went to the library in town and got the rest of them, and I'm pretty sure I've read every single book in that series. Another series is the City of Ember series by Janine Dupro, and this series is one I fell in love with in 5th grade. There's 4 books in it, and it's the story of this town that's underground, and these people are dying off because they're running out of food and their generator is going out. They don't know they're underground, and it's about 2 kids who realize and find their way to the upper world, and they see the sun, and it's like, whoa, what's that shining ball of light? Is that a big light bulb? No, it's the sun. But it's their story, and the books not only tell the story of the kids and the people of Ember escaping and going to the surface world, but it also tells of their history and why they're underground in the first place, which I think is extremely interesting. It's this whole world made up, it's a whole universe, and it's really, really good. My cat is named Dune after the male protagonist in this. And finally, this series is very important to me. Maximum Ride. This is the second book. I loaned the first book out, so I don't have it for the video right now. This is my favorite series of all time. Looking back on it, it has its issues. The writing is kind of awful. The story is full of flaws, but it's definitely something I love. It's the first series that really got me involved in fan bases. I was very active on Max Dan Wiz before it got taken down, and then after that I was very active on the James Patterson fan website until that got taken down, and then some of us moved to Wattpad and I was active there for a while. For those of you who don't know anything about this, it is a story about this group of kids who were experimented on before they were born, and bird DNA was put in them, and they were born with wings, and they were taken from their parents, and they grew up in the school, which was the lab, and they experimented on them a bunch until one of the scientists felt bad for them, and he saved them and took him to his home where they grew up. I'm not a huge fan of the later books. They aren't as good. The story kind of gets kind of flawed there. I'm not a big fan of what James Patterson did with Iggy. Iggy is my favorite character of all time. And Iggy is a blind character. His eyes were experimented on and he went blind instead of the effect they hoped to get. And he's perfectly capable. Yeah, he misses seeing, but he's this incredible character who he makes amazing bombs, he makes incredible explosives, and he cooks, and he can fly, and he can get anywhere he wants to, just as well as someone who can see. And in the later books, James Patterson makes moves to repair this fault, which I don't really like because his blindness is part of what makes him so amazing, and he's thriving even though he's blind. Even still, this series still has a very special place in my heart, and I love it immensely, and it is one of the series that really established who I am as a reader. Question number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I know this is actually what everyone says, but how do you find time to do it all? People read so much, and they make so many videos, and I don't really see how that's even possible, but somehow they do it, and it's like they don't even have a life outside of Booktube, and I kind of like aspire to be that kind of cool, like, yeah, this is the only thing I have going for me, but then like in real life it's just like, ah, and I feel like the Mr. Krabs meme. 7. What challenges about starting a Booktube channel are going to be hardest to overcome? I definitely got the wording in that one wrong. Oops. I think it's going to be hardest to get out regular content. Right now, I'm pretty free for the next few weeks. The only big thing that's happening is I'm going to be moving into my new apartment soon. But next month, I do start college. It's my freshman year. I'm going for stage management because I adore theater with all my heart. It's my one true love. I think it's the only thing I love more than books. But hopefully over these next few weeks I can make a bunch of videos to have queued up so when school starts getting really hectic I can post them instead. Number 8. When did you start reading? I told you before it wasn't until first grade that I even learned how to read, and then from then on I've been reading. I haven't stopped. Question 9. Where do you like to read? Everywhere. Mostly in this room you see here that I'm sitting in. We have a big window, it's really nice lighting, I don't even have to turn lights on, I can just open the window and read. But other than that, I read in my room a lot. I keep a book in the car because I don't like driving in the rain, so when it starts raining, I'll just sit in the parking lot and read until the rain dies down. I'll read anywhere, honestly. Question number 10. What kind of books do you like to read? Well, as you could see from the books that have shaped my reading experience, I really, really like sci-fi books. I love books that create these whole worlds. I'm a big fan of fantasy books. Realistic books, too. I really like reading about people's lives. I love things that focus on character development. If something has nice characters, I can overlook a really bad plot because I love people and I love how they grow and advance in the world, and it is honestly beautiful. I like romance. I'm a sucker for romance. I'm one of those people who be like, ugh, another romance novel, and then I'll pick it up and read it and love every minute of it. And any sort of LGBTQ plus literature, I'm game for. I'll read anything. So I think that is it for this video. Thank you for watching, especially if you've made it this far. Like and subscribe if you are so inclined. If you have any questions or any recommendations for things I read or I can do for my other videos, comment those below. I'll link my social media if you are interested in that. And hopefully I'll have a new video up soon. See you then, guys. Let's hope it stays recording this time, because I've done this video like 6 times.